the people here gotta know that there's organization, that there is commitment, that there is strategy from which to overcome and drive out this fascist regime from power. Woo! So we call on everybody here, stick around, come together. We have people in the house, Reverend Oliver Bowie, yes! Reverend Frank Wolf, Attorney Alfonso Morales, yes! Attorney Jaime Gutierrez, yes! Professor Yasmin, woo! And many more people who have come together today to really put forward a demand that is commensurate to the times in which we're living in. Let's call it for what it is. This is fascism. These are Nazis. This is Hitler with nuclear armory. And the reality is that it can become too late. It can become too late, and it's already been enough. It's already been enough. When you are having a situation, obviously my voice is breaking early on, so give me a second. When you are having a situation when the courts are being completely shredded, when you are having a situation in which you have open white supremacists in this country, this is our time and this is our call. We must refuse to accept a fascist America.
Our people are being attacked and we are not taking it! We are not taking it! We want equal rights for all. In the name of humanity, we declare our independence from Trump. Our demands are hands-off birthright citizenship. Trump must go now. We declare our independence from Trump's fascist America. Let the facts be submitted. To cement the subjugation of women and erasure of LGBT people, Trump has bragged about being the guy who ended women's fundamental right to abortion after his Supreme Court appointees reimposed the female enslavement and forced motherhood, repealed a government rule that requires medical providers to perform abortions required to save a pregnant woman's life, threatened to use the archaic 150-year-old Comstock Act to ban abortion in every state with no exceptions, banned transgender care for minors, banned the use of gender identity pronouns, stated that the gender identity on passports must match gender identity on birth certificates, removed transgender services from the military, and made the false and dangerous claim that transgender troops cannot meet the military's high standard. Boo! To this we say Trump must go now!
All right, we want to give a minute and a second to our entire organizing committee of today. You got to hear each one of them say a comment of why they decided to be part of today's action.
Good afternoon, everyone! My name is Alfonso Morales. I've been an immigration attorney for 20 years. I've been a school board member for 20 years. And let me tell you why I'm here. This is the most American thing we can do on July 4th, 2025. We declare our independence again. Let me tell you why. They want to change the Constitution. They want to change the laws. They want to change the America we know, the America that was established July 4th, 1776. They want to change that, and we're not going to let them. Because the American dream is alive, and the power is within the people. Because we, the people, declare that our values and our constitutions will continue. Do not let them change it. If we do not show up, they will change it. Congress, you will lose your job. Supreme Court, you will lose your job. We cannot allow them to take our freedoms, because today it's immigrants, tomorrow it's you. Stand together. The government of Trump, the fascist regime, must go.
That's right. Next, we want to bring up Reverend Pastor Wolf. Give it up for Reverend Wolf.
I'm here today. Okay. Oh, more mics. Okay. I'm here today because part of what this movement has been doing, this MAGA movement, this fascist movement that is emerging in this country, is the same thing that happened in the 1920s and 1930s in Germany. I'm a member of the United Methodist Church. I'm a Christian pastor, and we're seeing religion being stolen by those people who want to use it for purposes for which it was never intended to be used. Religion is about bringing us together as community. Jesus taught that we were to love one another as we love ourselves. Jesus taught us that we should build community, not destroy community. And so this idea that somehow empathy and compassion are sinful, that somehow we should be divided from one another, that somehow we should learn how to hate one another, that somehow we should learn how to fear one another and let that fear govern who and what we are, that is 100% absolutely wrong, and it is not Christian. It has nothing to do with Christ in it. And religion is a power for liberation, or at least it can be. And the people in power in this country and around the world know that it also has power to be able to deceive. It also has power to be able to crush people. And it's against that power of religion, that false religion, that we have to stand to speak about a God that truly is liberating and about a community that truly is liberating for all people. That's why I'm here today, because fascism cannot be allowed to take root in this country. And one of the casualties of fascism cannot be the churches and the synagogues and the mosques and the temples. We have to stand together for liberation.
We're calling on everybody. We are refusefascism.org. Our analysis is that what we're up against is a fascist form of rule. This is Hitler with nuclear weaponry, and it can become too late. And right now, it is on all of us who have that basic understanding to call and to challenge and to tell people that where their butt belongs is in the streets. Where we have to come together is in the streets. So I want to put on Reverend Bowie because my voice is cracking, but we are here together.
I'm Reverend Oliver Bowie, and I'm here because the last time I checked the Bible that I read from, that all of us are created in God's image, and all of us are created for greatness. Give yourself a hand. I'm here because we're standing for justice, not for some, not just for one, but justice for what? For all! And as we stand for justice, the last time I checked, justice has always triumphed over injustice. I'm here. Look around. Look who's standing behind me and beside me and who had come up before me. We're not here just for white men. We're not just here for black men only or black women, but we're here for all people. That's why I'm here. In the name of what? Humanity. We're standing here, and we must refuse a fascist regime. And I'm standing here because the last time I checked the Bible that I read, it says, for God so loved the world that was concluding everybody. So you're on the right team, you're in the right place at the right time, and how many of you know that when the people are united, we cannot what? Be defeated! God bless you in victory!
All right, we're just giving you a flavor of what's up here on this stage because I'm gonna need some collectivity and really rousing up the crowd because I know people are out here because on July 4th, instead of grilling, instead of barbecuing, people said I have a responsibility to be out here in these streets. And I have a responsibility to be out here in these streets to declare our independence from Trump's fascist America, because that is what this is. It's fascism, and it is not a point to celebrate. It is not a point to start thinking of how we're going to get through this. It is a point to come together, to defeat, to stop the fascism that is happening in this country. It took a world war to stop Hitler. Do you think that dropping bombs on Iran was an accident? No! This is dangerous. And we are on the precipice of what could be an all-out world war, and it is on all of us to come out here, to stand together, to stand in unity, to stand in opposition, and to make real the demand that Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Introduce yourself. So I mainly wanted to give a minute to everybody, but it's all right. People are flowing, people are going. This is Juan Jose Gutierrez.
Thank you. And thank you all for coming out on July 4th, the 249th anniversary of our proclamation of independence from the British Empire. Yeah. Today, I am represented both the Full Rights for Immigrants Coalition and the Center for Autonomous Social Action, CASA, General Brotherhood of Workers. Yeah. And as I was saying, we want to call on everybody that came out today, whether it was to that rally or this important historic march, to join together. Because ultimately we're all fighting to get rid of the Donald Trump administration. So we're sending a message loud and clear to our brothers and sisters on the other side of the street to come and join us, so that we can send a powerful message that only with unity our movement will succeed. We do not want a fascist regime in America. The Donald Trump administration must go, and it must go now. Thank you very much.
That's right. That's right. This is an invitation to everybody. There is no split. We cannot be split apart right now. We have to come together in strength and unity in the name of humanity. Let's say this all together. Put your fists in the air, because this is a collective consciousness. In the name of humanity. In the name of humanity. We refuse. We refuse to accept a fascist America. And we gotta mean that. We gotta mean that with every bone in our body. And we gotta put this before millions of people right now. Right now, the line in the sand is drawn. If the military continues to stay in this city, it is a green light. It is a green light to go country. They've already swept up thousands and thousands of our immigrant brothers and sisters. They've already swept up and created a whole scare tactic around a situation in which people are even afraid to come out. So give it up for yourselves for being out here, for showing determination, for showing courage. And we have to come together to work in our understanding that we have to put a stop to this modern day Hitler. So next I want to bring up Michelle. This is all short, brief intros of everybody. And then we're going to get started on our program. All right, everybody, give it up for yourselves, because you are in the right place. You are in the right place. I want you to look around you. I want you to look at all the people that are up here on this stage, the people that have worked very hard to pull together and organize this rally here today, this march, because it matters that on July 4th, the message that gets sent is that in the name of humanity, we declare our independence from Trump's fascist America. And one thing I'll say very quick, and then you'll hear from me again later, is that the principles and the standards of refuse fascism has to be that we unite all who can be united to fight against this fascist regime that is posing a grave danger to humanity. It is not about anyone. And where this said, we have to overcome all divide and conquer schemes. We have to unite all who can be united. And yes, we can disagree on all kinds of questions, but what's bringing us together here today is that we refuse to accept a fascist America in the name of humanity. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Thank you. All right, and the last two people I want to give a shout out to is Josh Johnson right here. He is part of the organizing committee. And I want to give a big shout out to Jaime Gutierrez right here, who was a lawyer who actually just defended some of the Pomona students. Because when people stood up for Gaza, when people said this genocide, I am not going to stand aside to this, to babies, to infants, to children being completely bombed and slaughtered. People came out into the streets, the students, this generation of students. And we have to have the back of everybody right now who is refusing to collaborate, who is refusing to submit, who is refusing to allow Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Pete Hegseth, Pam Bondi, that's right, boo, not just boo. They gotta go. They must go. They must go. They must go. They must go. So we want to welcome everybody. So my name is Amina for everybody who's joined us. I am an organizer here in Los Angeles for refusefascism.org. And we are going to march. We're going to go in a procession style. If people don't know, behind us right here are the faces, are but a sliver of the faces of all those who've been caught by ICE. Say their names. There are so many names that we found. And I will say, the press, the media, does not give them their names. The only way we were able to humanize these people is by going to these GoFundMe pages of all these family members. So we gotta come together and not just say their name, but make it stop. citizenship, the elimination of birthright citizenship is going to start happening in this country. Do you know what that means? It means we are going back to the days before Dred Scott. What does that mean? It means we're going back to pre-Civil War in this country. And we have the Confederacy that just got into power. So there is no working with that. The only way to do this is what we are doing out here, and it is not too late. It is not too late to call on everybody to come out here into these streets today. So I want to bring up Yasmin, who's going to get us started on this program. And we want to make sure that you hear from people because it matters. It matters that you get the understanding, the orientation, and the guidance that's needed to be able to traverse this very, very intense situation.
Woo! Let's give it up for Amina! Thank you, Amina! 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 We are called to be here on July 4th, not in celebration, but in confrontation. In confrontation, we are here because this day, wrapped in flags and fireworks, too often erases the truth of who is still not free. We are here for those being disappeared from car washes, street corners, job sites. We are here because the same systems that stole land, enslaved our ancestors, and caged children still operate now with more funding and fewer masks. We are not forgetful, and we are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are called to be here because silence is complicity. And now we will have Alfonso Morales, immigration attorney and Linwood School Board member.
I'm going to talk about the rule of law. The rule of law, the examination to become a United States citizen says no man is above the law.